Have you ever wondered how we know what we know? Let's dive into the fascinating field of epistemology. Epistemology is a branch of philosophy that studies the nature, origin, and limits of human knowledge. It asks fundamental questions like, what is knowledge? How is knowledge acquired? And what do people know? These questions have intrigued philosophers for centuries and continue to be relevant today. The term epistemology comes from the Greek words epistem, meaning knowledge, and logos, meaning study or theory. Essentially, epistemology is the theory of knowledge. It explores the difference between justified belief and opinion. One of the central issues in epistemology is the definition of knowledge. Traditionally, knowledge has been defined as justified true belief. For someone to know something, three conditions must be met. The belief must be true, the person must believe it, and there must be justification for the belief. However, this definition has been debated and refined over time, especially after Edmund Gettier presented cases in 1963 that challenged this model. Epistemologists also investigate the sources of knowledge. These sources include perception, reason, memory, and testimony. Perception refers to what we learn through our senses. Reason involves logical deduction and rational insight. Memory allows us to retain and recall information. Testimony involves receiving knowledge from others, such as learning from teachers or reading books. Here's a fun fact. One of the earliest epistemological texts is Plato's Theaetetus, written around 369 BCE. In this dialogue, Plato explores the question of what knowledge is through a conversation between Socrates and Theaetetus, a young mathematician. Another interesting aspect of epistemology is skepticism. Skepticism questions the possibility of certainty in knowledge. Philosophical skeptics argue that we can never have absolute knowledge about anything. One famous skeptic, René Descartes, used systematic doubt as a method to find indubitable knowledge. His conclusion, cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am, is one of the most famous statements in philosophy. Epistemology also examines the limits of human knowledge. Are there things that humans can never know? This question leads to discussions about the unknowable and the concept of epistemic humility, the understanding that our knowledge is limited and that we should be open to new information and perspectives. Modern epistemology has branched out into various fields, such as social epistemology, which studies the social dimensions of knowledge. It looks at how collective knowledge is formed and how social processes, like communication and education, influence what we know. For example, social epistemologists might study how public opinion is shaped by media or how scientific communities reach consensus. In contemporary discussions, epistemology intersects with technology and artificial intelligence. Questions arise about whether machines can know things and how AI systems process and justify information. This leads to exciting debates about the future of knowledge in a digital age. Let's not forget about the practical applications of epistemology. Critical thinking skills, which are essential in everyday life, are rooted in epistemological principles. By understanding how we come to know things, we can better evaluate information, make informed decisions, and avoid being misled by false claims. Another fascinating area within epistemology is the study of different types of knowledge. For instance, propositional knowledge, knowledge of facts, procedural knowledge, knowledge of how to do things, and acquaintance knowledge, familiarity with someone or something, all have different characteristics and ways of being acquired. Understanding these distinctions can help clarify various debates and discussions in philosophy and other disciplines. Epistemology also explores the concept of justification. What makes a belief justified? Different theories offer different answers. For example, foundationalism posits that certain basic beliefs provide the foundation for all other beliefs, while coherentism suggests that beliefs are justified by their coherence with other beliefs. Reliabilism, on the other hand, argues that a belief is justified if it is produced by a reliable cognitive process. Here's another fun fact. The study of epistemology is not confined to Western philosophy. In Eastern philosophies, such as Buddhism, Jainism, and Hinduism, epistemological questions are also central. For example, the Indian philosopher Nagarjuna used skeptical arguments to show the limitations of knowledge and promote the concept of emptiness, shunyata, as a foundational aspect of reality. Epistemology's relevance extends beyond philosophy into science, education, and law. In science, epistemology helps us understand the nature of scientific theories, the role of experiments, and the limits of scientific knowledge. In education, it informs teaching methods and the development of curricula that encourage critical thinking and the effective evaluation of information. In law, epistemological principles are used to assess evidence, establish facts, and ensure just outcomes in legal proceedings. Epistemology encourages us to reflect on our own beliefs and knowledge claims. It invites us to question assumptions, seek evidence, and remain open to new ideas. This reflective practice is crucial in a world where information is abundant and distinguishing between true and false claims can be challenging. In the realm of ethics, epistemology plays a crucial role as well. For instance, the concept of epistemic justice deals with issues of fairness in the distribution of knowledge and the recognition of different knowers. It addresses problems such as testimonial injustice, where someone's word is unjustly discredited, and hermeneutical injustice, where there's a gap in collective interpretive resources, leading to misunderstandings or misrepresentations of marginalized groups. Here's another interesting aspect. Epistemology is closely linked to language and meaning. The way we express knowledge claims and understand statements involves complex linguistic and philosophical analysis. Philosophers like Ludwig Wittgenstein explored how language shapes our understanding of the world, influencing epistemological inquiries. Moreover, epistemology intersects with metaphysics, the branch of philosophy that studies the nature of reality. Questions about the nature of existence, objects, and their properties often overlap with epistemological questions about how we know about these entities and their attributes. Let's delve into a famous epistemological debate: rationalism versus empiricism. Rationalists, like Descartes and Leibniz, argue that reason and innate ideas are the primary sources of knowledge. Empiricists, like John Locke and David Hume, contend that all knowledge comes from sensory experience. This debate has shaped much of modern philosophy and continues to influence contemporary thought. In recent years, the study of epistemic virtues has gained attention. These are traits that contribute to effective and responsible knowledge acquisition and dissemination, such as open-mindedness, intellectual humility, and perseverance. Cultivating these virtues can enhance our epistemic practices and improve our overall understanding. Finally, epistemology encourages lifelong learning and curiosity. By questioning how we know what we know, we open ourselves up to continuous growth and the pursuit of wisdom. This mindset not only enriches our personal lives, but also contributes to the advancement of knowledge in society as a whole. So the next time you ponder a deep question or seek to understand a complex concept, remember that you're engaging with epistemology. It's the study of how we know what we know, and it shapes our understanding of the world in profound ways. Embrace the journey of knowledge, question everything, and appreciate the incredible field of epistemology that helps us navigate the vast landscape of human understanding.